I want to talk about settling your case. I have a really great client who got hosed by his last attorney because he signed an agreement where he is going to pay what amounts to 70% of his income in alimony. And he agreed to it being non-modifiable and permanent. And now he's having a problem where he can't fulfill that agreement. Now, I don't have a good way to fix it. I have a secret strategy that I can't really tell you about until after it happens, because I don't want the other attorney to know my play. I have a strategy to get you out of this. But what I would rather do is make sure you're not in this place to begin with. Permanent, non-modifiable, no court would ever order that. Why would you land yourself in this? And if your answer is just because you want it to be over, that's the worst ever. If you want, I will so do this for you. I will write you a piece of paper. I might even put it on old-timey scroll paper just for you that says divorced, because that's what your divorce is, generally, a piece of paper. All of the other terms that come along with it are things that you have to live with and you have to deal with when you're done. So guess what? You thought it was just over, but it's not, because she comes back at you and back at you and back at you to pay the alimony that you can't pay. So now at this time, this client is hundreds of thousands of dollars behind in his obligations because he just wanted it to be over. Except here we are today mediating this issue because it's not over. And would she come to a reasonable agreement? No. Is she going to be able to get the money out of this gentleman? No. He doesn't have it. Furthermore, one of the things that proves that he doesn't have it is there's an income deduction order, right? So automatically comes out of his paycheck. But there's a federal law about the percentage of your pay that can be garnished for child support or alimony, right? So even if you have a bad deal, I'm looking at you, the maximum amount that could come out of your pay. So she's only receiving that, and it's less than half. That should tell you everything you need to know. I think about this case often and how I really wish I had the opportunity to have represented him in the initial divorce, because I'll be honest, even if I'm representing the recipient of alimony, and there are some circumstances where alimony is appropriate and it's no longer permanent in Florida, I really would not have let my client, even the recipient of alimony, agree to this, because I know and could predict the future that this really couldn't have happened, that this really wasn't going to be enforceable. And although I have some choice words for her and her behavior, it isn't fair to her either to rack up all these attorney's fees that aren't enforceable or recoverable. So my opposing counsel can keep trying to ring this bell, but they're just going to have fancy pieces of paper that sit on their wall. So if this is you, if you are going through a divorce and you think you just want it to be over, call me and let me yell at you about this for a while, right? I am so happy to just get in your face and tell you the truth about why this is a bad idea, and remind you that it is your constitutional right to take it to court. I get it. A lot of attorneys don't love hearing that. It's litigious, but he chose not to be litigious, and now he's in this position where we litigate just constantly forever until he dies because he can't pay this. Good luck. You'll get it from his estate, ma'am.